By the time you just find out the question that we were doing that day, in which you got the repeated roots, so that I can start from the roots. Everybody is logged in. Okay, just try and get back the question that you had. What was the question? I want the.
Ma'am, you want the matrix?
Yes, I want the
Ma'am,
matrix.
okay, row wise I'm telling you. Minus
Just,
2.
just a minute. Just a minute. Let me share the screen. I hope it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Teaching code is. Now tell me the matrix.
Ma'am, row 1 is
Mm-hmm.
minus 2, 2, minus 3.
2, 2, minus 3. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Row 2 is 2,
Uh,
1,
uh,
minus 6.
okay.
Row 3 is minus 1, minus
Mm.
2, 0.
Minus 1, minus 2, 0.
0. Yes,
Okay. All right. And what were the lambda values we had calculated? Minus 3.
yes, ma'am. Minus 3 was repeated.
Mm.
And
Yes, ma'am, these three only.
I think these three. Okay. Now let's see how to find the eigenvector. For 5 it is easy. So I'm focusing on for minus 3. Alright. So if I have to do a minus lambda I x equals to 0, we are looking for this x, and since x is not 0, that you need to get something of that sort. Let's see. You are doing it for lambda equals to minus 3. Okay. So substitute lambda as minus 3. This will give you. Do I write it in one step? Okay, let me
Yes,
write it
ma'am.
in 2 steps, no problem. So that it is easy for you. 2, 1 plus 3 minus 6 minus 1 minus 2 plus 3. Is this fine? Is it okay? This will give us 1, 2 minus 1, 2, 4 minus 2, minus 3, minus 6, 3. Z, and this is 0, 0, 0. Right? Now if you check this carefully, you are getting, if you reduce it row wise, what will you get? This part will be 0 and this part will also be 0. If you focus on this matrix A, just try and focus on this. I'm doing it as rough work, okay? If you say R2 can be reduced as R2 minus 2R1 and R3 can be reduced as R3 plus R1. I'm not going to reduce it, I'm just telling you. Then what will you get here? You will get 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So actually we have just one independent answer, and that answer is x plus 2y minus 3z equals to 0. This will give you 2 times x plus 2y minus 3z equals to 0, and this will give you minus 1 x plus 2y minus 3z equals to 0. So these three equation is actually giving you only one equation, and that is this. Is this accepted, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here I want you to focus. The rank of this matrix that you are solving is 1. And how many variables you have?
3.
3.
3.
So how many arbitrary values you have to
2.
put?
2.
2.
Remember that. 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Right? This you need to remember. We will not write it, but we need to know it. Like this is not written, but this is understood. All right? So you have one independent equation. This. Now it is up to you what you want to choose as your arbitrary value. Okay? One key point that I want you to understand in this case, if you have the gap between the rank and the number of arbitrary values more than one, then you will find more than one independent solution. But if you get only one gap, then there will be just one solution. All right. So like here we have gap as 2. So we will find two solutions, and both the solutions will be independent ones. How? What do you want to take as arbitrary values? Which one you want to take?
हाँ, ये
गैप वाला समझ नहीं आया जो आपने भी बताया.
देखो यहाँ पर आपका n है 3, ठीक है, और r है 1, ठीक है. This is n and this is r. I hope you are following what I mean.
Yes, ma'am.
तो इनके बीच में डिफरेंस आया 2. इसका मतलब तुम दो आर्बिट्ररी वैल्यूज ले सकते हो, राइट? जब दो आर्बिट्ररी वैल्यूज ले सकते हो तो आंसर दो इंडिपेंडेंट मिल सकता है. सपोज आई टेक, नाउ सी व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. सपोज आई टेक first arbitrary value as z. Okay, let me give it a specific value instead of giving it as z. Suppose I write z is equal to 0, and I take y is equal to k. Okay, then x will be minus 2k. X depends on y and z, so x is minus 2k. One vector x1 will be, see what I am writing, k is out, minus 2, 1, 0. Okay, this is one selection. Now I am doing next selection. Suppose I take, this is one answer. Second answer, suppose I take y as 0, z as k. Suppose you make it k1 and you make it k2. Then x will be minus 3k2, and the answer or the vector for this will be, if I take out k2, this is minus 3, 0, 1. So this is one vector and this is second vector, right? For lambda equals to minus 3, you are able to get two vectors, x1 and x2. Is this okay?
मैम अगर यहाँ पे तीन वैल्यू सेम आती हैं जैसे कि -3 एंड -3 अगेन आता, और अगर क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन होती तो एक और कुछ वैल्यू होती, तो फिर हम लोगों के पास तीन अननोन होते क्या?
अननोन तो तीन ही है ना?
नहीं मैम, वो आइगन वेक्टर में 4 वैल्यूज होती हैं, लेकिन उसमें से फिर
चलो एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन करते हैं. चलो एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन करते हैं और देखते हैं जिसमें हमें तीन इक्वल रूट्स मिलते हैं. लेट्स सी कि आउटपुट क्या आता है. ठीक है, एक क्वेश्चन ढूंढते हैं जिसमें हमारे तीनों रूट्स सेम आ जाएं. देखते हैं क्या आउटपुट आता है. जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. ओके, I'll try and find out if I'm getting repeated roots in any of the questions. You have HK Das, just check if you are getting any repeated root in any of the questions. In most of the cases, the vectors you are getting properly. Okay, let's try and make something. Suppose you get this. एक कोई diagonal matrix ले लेते हैं. Suppose you have this. Okay. कुछ भी ले लो. Suppose you are getting this. So if you try and make this for this particular thing, then you will be getting 2 minus lambda cube equals to 0. So lambda is equal to 2, 2 and 2. Just see if we get any eigenvector in this case or not. Just try and understand, are we getting any eigenvector in this case or not? When you try to find out, see, this is very interesting. 2 minus 2, 0, 0. 0, 2 minus 2, 0. 0, 0, 2 minus 2. Right? So what you are getting? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
The number of
Yes, ma'am.
same
How many-
roots is
How many solutions will you get in this?
infinite. We can
Infinite.
take 3 arbitrary values.
You can take any value. Got that?
So the number of arbitrary values is equal to the number of same roots.
Not necessary. Not necessary. But you need to remember, that's what I was telling you. If suppose your rank of the matrix that you are getting is 2, right? And the number of variables you have 3. Then how many arbitrary values you can choose? 1. Suppose you are getting this kind of situation where you can choose, suppose this is one equation and the second equation is this. Okay, here the rank is 2. Yes or no? Just check. What is the rank here? The rank will be 2. Yes or no? Nobody is responding. You are not able to comprehend. Suppose after putting lambda value, the final equation that you are getting is this. If you plot it in matrix position, you will be getting this kind of thing. Right?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
matrix, yeah, rank is 2.
This kind of situation you got. Suppose that means rank is 2, number of variables are 3. How many solutions we can get in this case? You can get just one arbitrary value. For example, if you put y is equal to minus 2z, put it in this. You will get x is equal to minus 2 into minus 2z minus z. So that will be 4z minus 3z. So at the most you can choose what is z. Rest all are dependent. So you will find only one vector. If I mark z as k, then the vectors will be minus 2 and 3. That's all. So you are getting just one vector in this case. You may have repeated roots, but the output is giving you only one vector. Are you getting the difference? But if we have the rank as 1, then you have one equation and rank is 1, number of variables is 3, so you can choose 2 and you can find 2 vectors as we did in the previous question. This is the thing that I wanted to explain. All right. So it doesn't matter how many eigenvalues are repeated. After putting the eigenvalue, what is the output matrix that you are getting will decide how many independent vectors you can choose or you will find. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
मैम एक और भी डाउट था, आपने पिछले वाले क्वेश्चन में रफ वर्क में रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन भी किया था। रो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कर सकते हैं हम लोग आइगन वैल्यूज फाइंड करना या कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन?
अगर तुम वो क्वेश्चन मुझे दिखाओ तो मैं बता सकती हूँ, ऐसे तो
मैम
मुझे याद
आपने
नहीं।
ऊपर ही किया मैम, ऊपर वाली स्लाइड में।
ऊपर वाली स्लाइड में है?
यस मैम।
लेट मी सी। हाँ, कहाँ पर किया है?
मैम साइड में R2 टेंड्स टू R2 माइनस 2 R1।
नहीं, मैंने किया है कुछ नहीं है। मैंने यहाँ पर हम कुछ नहीं करते, ये मैंने तुम्हें रफ में करके दिखाया।
यस मैम, वही पूछा था, हम लोग कर सकते हैं रो या
नहीं,
कॉलम
हम
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन?
यहाँ पर नहीं करेंगे। यहाँ हम सिर्फ एज इट इज रखेंगे और देखेंगे कि क्या हम इन इक्वेशंस को रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं। जैसे ये देखो, तुमको मैंने ये सॉल्व करके दिखाया, राइट? ये जो था दैट वाज 2 टाइम्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय दिस वाज -1 टाइम, बट we will reduce it here after getting the equation, but we don't do it in the matrix.
Okay ma'am.
Understood?
Yes.
So do I assume you have understood how to find the eigenvector and how to find eigenvalues?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm assuming you are comfortable in this, and I'm moving to the next concept. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check it once. Is there anything left? All are distinct roots, so no issues. That's all in this. So the next one is this. Next part of it is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Cayley-Hamilton theorem is a very useful theorem in the sense, with the help of it you can find any power of a matrix without actually solving or multiplying throughout. Let's see how to go about it. This is the theorem. I want you to go through it. Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. That means if in place of lambda you put A, that means the matrix, then matrix should also satisfy the matrix equation. All right? If this is the equation for lambda, when you write it in matrix form, then in place of an you will write an in. This is something you need to see properly. And in place of 0 you will write null matrix. Is this part okay? Please mute yourself. Somebody has noisy surrounding. Now, what is happening here? If you try and change this equation, what is the polynomial equation here? You see, the polynomial equation will be, or the characteristic equation will be lambda n plus a1 lambda n minus 1, a2 lambda n minus 2, and so on, plus an is equal to 0. This is the equation, characteristic equation. And you know how you have got it. What you did? You put a minus lambda I and you have expanded the determinant and equated it to 0. Then you got this equation. Now, if in this equation you replace lambda by x, then it will convert into matrix equation. See, lambda is replaced by x, right? So this is a matrix equation. Here you had an as a constant. So when you are writing it in matrix form, it will be an into in. And the 0 will be null matrix. So if this is the matrix equation which you have derived from the characteristic equation, then that matrix satisfies this equation. Means when you replace this x by a, whatever you are getting, that will be satisfied. For example, suppose you take, just a minute, take this matrix. A is equal to 1, 3, 4, 5. And let's try and understand how it works. Now you have A is equal to, what was the value? 1, 3,
4, 5.
4, 5. Let me make it a little darker. Okay. So what will be its matrix equation? First we need to find out. So this is A minus lambda I should be 0. So that will give you 1 minus lambda, 3, 4, 5 minus lambda equals to 0. And that will give us 1 minus lambda, 5 minus lambda, minus 12 equals to 0. Please simplify it and give me the value. That will be lambda square minus 5 lambda minus lambda minus 6 lambda plus 6 lambda. Sorry, minus 6 lambda. Minus 6 lambda. Then this will be plus 5 minus 12. Just check. Is this okay?
Yes.
This is the characteristic equation. Now Cayley-Hamilton says that if you replace lambda by A, it should satisfy the matrix equation, right? So if we have to write the matrix equation for it, it will be x square minus 6x minus 7i equals to 0, right? And obviously here I will be I2 because your matrix is of second order. Now we have to prove it. Prove that this should give you null vector. To prove. Alright. Now just see what will be a square. Can you give me what will be a square? This multiply by this only. I am writing the output. So first row, first column, 1 plus 12, that is 13. Then 3 plus 15, that is 18. 4 plus 20, that is 24. 12 plus 25, 37. Right?
Ma'am,
Yes?
and how did you replace lambda by x in the above equation?
If this is the characteristic equation, this is the matrix equation corresponding to this.
Ma'am, x here corresponds to a matrix.
Yes.
Okay,
so if it, what we are trying to prove that if this is the characteristic equation and this is the corresponding matrix equation, then the matrix from where you got this lambda should satisfy this matrix equation. This is the matrix from where you have got this characteristic equation. So this matrix should satisfy this equation. So we are trying to verify that. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
this is a square. Now let's try and put it. So 13, 24, 18, 37 minus, now I'm putting minus also inside. So minus 6a. So minus 6 minus 18 minus 24 minus 30. I'm putting this minus also inside. So minus 7, 0, 0, minus 7. Is this fine? Now let's see what are we getting. Minus 6 minus 7 is 13. So 13 minus 13, 18 minus 18, 24 minus 24, 37 minus 37, and this implies A satisfies, if I mark this as equation 1, A satisfies 1. Understood what it means?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
now let's reread what we were doing. Now try and reread it. What this statement says, that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So if this is the characteristic equation, if we replace lambda by A, then A should also satisfy this. So generally we don't write this intermediate step. We straight away check that if this is the characteristic equation, then this should be satisfied by A. All right. And if it is holding, then we can say this statement of the theorem is valid. So the question that mostly you get in this is to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now just see what is being done. This is the characteristic equation. Cayley-Hamilton theorem verified if A satisfies the above characteristic equation. That is if A square minus 6A minus 7I is 0, and we have solved it and we have seen this is satisfied. All right. Now next is verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for this matrix. Please try this also. This is the characteristic equation. I want you to check, put the values and find out if the characteristic equation is satisfied or not. First you give me the characteristic equation and I want you to check whether it is right or not. Is this same?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to check whether it is holding or not. See, I'm not giving much time to it, so we will see it from here so that I can proceed from this. When you solve this, this is a cube, this is a square. You can check it, you can verify it and see what is happening. When you're putting it, it is satisfying. All right? So this is the meaning of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and this is the meaning of verifying it. So most of the questions that you are getting in this is verifying type. I want to take up questions in which some other use of this particular concept is done. Concept is understood? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm assuming you know what is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now let us see how it is used to solve different types of questions. Write a question. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix. A is equal to 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix A and verify that it is satisfied by A. And hence obtain A inverse. Now I am leaving verification part for you, you do it. But I want to know what is A minus lambda I. Please give me the output.
Ma'am, lambda cube minus 2 lambda square minus lambda plus.
No beta, something is wrong. Please give me the output. Anyone?
Ma'am, minus का lambda cube plus 6 lambda square minus का 9 lambda plus 4 is equal to 0.
Excuse me,
Correct.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
So when we remove minus sign, it will be lambda cube minus 6 lambda square. This is our characteristic equation. Right? Now we have to show that this is satisfied by A. So that part I am leaving for you. Verify that A cube minus 6A square plus 9A minus 4I equals to 0. I want you to verify this on your own. I don't want to use my time to verify this. I hope you have understood what I mean. We did it for one. You have to do it for this. Okay? So this is your part. I'm doing the next part. How to find A inverse using this. Okay? Now if you check this, A cube minus 6A square plus 9A minus 4I equals to null matrix. Now multiply this by A inverse. So A inverse this, since it is a square matrix, and you should always check whether it is non-singular or not. It should be a non-singular matrix. Now what will happen when you take A inverse A cube? What will you get? You will get IA square. Is it okay? Minus 6IA plus 9I minus 4IA inverse equals to null vector. Is this okay or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I can remove I. See, this is first time I am doing, so I am writing I and all. Once you have understood, I will not be writing it. So what we are getting? A square minus 6A plus 9I minus 4A inverse equals to null matrix. So this will give me 4A inverse is equal to A square minus 6A plus 9I. Right? Now let's see how do we find A inverse using this. Now, sorry. Now your A is 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1. So we are looking for A square. So it is 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2. Now give me the output. Give me the output. What is A square? First row, first column, so 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that
4.
is 4. No. 4 plus 1 plus 1, no? That is 6. 2 twos are 4 plus 1 plus 1. So 6. First row, second column, so minus 2 minus 2 minus 1. Minus 5. First row, third column, 2 plus 1 plus 2. So that will be plus 5. Similarly, one person will give me the second row and another person will give me the third row. Find second row.
minus 5.
Then
6.
Then
6,
6
5.
6.
and 5.
Minus
5
5.
nahi, minus 5,
Minus
yes.
5, sorry.
Third row,
Minus 5.
5 plus 5.
5 or minus
Then
5?
plus 5, plus
Plus
5.
5.
Plus 5, yes. Then
Minus 5.
check.
Minus 4.
No.
Minus 5. Minus 5.
See, 1, minus 1, minus 2 and minus 2.
Minus 5. Yeah.
Minus 5. Minus 5.
Minus 5. And
I'm at 6.
6.
6. So now you have A square. Substitute it. What we are getting? Let's substitute it in this. So 4A inverse is equal to 6 minus 5, 5, minus 5, 6 minus 5, 5 minus 5, 6, minus, now I'm putting 6A, okay? So that will be 12, minus 6, 6, minus 6, 12, minus 6, 6 minus 6, 12, plus 9I. This is our 4A inverse. Please solve. What will you get? 6 minus 12 plus 9. So 6 plus 9 is 15, minus 12 will give you 3. Right? Then minus 5 plus 6 is 1. So that is 1. 5 plus 6,
Minus
sorry,
minus 1.
5 minus 6 minus 1. Similarly, this will be 1, 3, 1. Just write the third row. Third
Ma'am,
row
it's
is
minus 1, 1, 3.
1, 3, 1 beta. See, minus 5 plus 6 gives you 1. So 1 and 6 minus 12 plus 9. So 15 minus 12 is 3. Then minus 5 plus 6 plus 0. So 1. So the last line is minus 1
plus 3.
3. This is your 4A inverse. So this
Yes, ma'am.
means A inverse is 1 by 4 of this matrix. Right? Understood?
Yes.
So you can use Cayley-Hamilton theorem to find inverse also. Now there is a third type of question that you get in this Cayley-Hamilton. And that is to find, write a question. Use Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Use Cayley-Hamilton theorem to find a to the power 8. Where a is, find a to the power 8, where a is 1, 2, 2, minus 1. Okay. So first of all, let's try and find out its characteristic equation. Is this okay? Just check.
Yes.
Simplify.
Yes.
So by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, A should satisfy, if I mark this as 1, 1. So A square is 5. Now we are looking for a to the power 8. That means a square is 25. That means a 4 to the power 2 is 25 square. And this should be 5i. Okay. I into I gives you I only. So I am writing it I only. Is it understood? Accepted?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Okay. So I want to take it for a bigger role. Let's write another question. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix. Find the characteristic equation of the matrix. A is equal to and hence compute A inverse. Find
Please repeat the question.
Find characteristic equation of A and hence compute A inverse. Also find A to the power 8 minus 5A to the power 7 plus 7A to the power 6 minus 3A to the power 5 plus A to the power 4 minus 5A cube plus 8A square minus 2A plus I. Now the first part of the question you have to do on your own. Okay, so give me the characteristic equation. Please solve and first give me the characteristic equation.
Ma'am, I'm getting lambda cube minus 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda minus 5.
Let me note it down better. Just a minute. So the equation is
Lambda minus 5 lambda square plus
yes.
8 lambda.
Check करो ये इसमें गलती है.
Okay.
Minus 7 lambda.
Plus 7 lambda. It is multiplied by minus 1 beta. So accordingly give me the value.
Minus
And
3.
minus 3.
Excuse me.
What will be the last output?
Minus
Plus 3. Plus 3.
Plus minus 3.
Minus 3. Okay.
Minus 3. Yes, yes, minus.
Define it.
Now this is the characteristic equation. So this part I am leaving for you to verify. Please verify that A cube minus 5A square plus 7A minus 3I is 0. This part you will be doing on your own. You know how to do it. Now I am using this to check how do we find this. Since the matrix satisfies characteristic equation, so the thing that we know is this. By Cayley-Hamilton theorem, I am using this A cube minus 5A square plus 7A minus 3I equals to null matrix. Yes or no? Yes? Now let's see how do we use it to solve this kind of question. We have A to the power 8. So what I can take out to make it A cube? I can take out A to the power 5. So see, I am taking out A to the power 5 and I will write down everything that contains A to the power 5. So here I will have A cube minus 5A square plus 7A minus 3I. Luckily it is exactly the same, this part. Okay. Now in this one, I'll take out A cube. Sorry, I'll take out A because it is A to the power 4. And what I have? A cube minus 5A square. Now it has 8A square. but we need only 7a, right? So I'll take 7a here and I'll write one extra a this side, a square this side. This is 8a square. I utilize 7a square, but 1a square is left that I am writing this side. Then I need minus 3i. That means I took one extra minus I here. So I have to add one I here. Is this okay or not?
Oh, ma'am.
Could you please, ma'am, explain again?
Ma'am, please repeat.
See, we are adjusting this as per this information. I want you to focus on this information. Just a minute. Just focus on this. We know this holds, right? By the theorem. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are utilizing it to adjust it so that we have to do the minimum work. Now in this part of it, it was very simple. You took a to the power 5 and what is left inside is exactly the same, right? But when you move from here in this part of it, where you are taking out a as common, see here you have 8a square, so, but we need only 7 here. So that means you write 7a square and 1a square I am writing out of the bracket, so that the sum total is 8a square. Then here you have minus 2a, but if I am taking out a, I want it minus 3a. So I have subtracted one more a here, so I will add one more a here, and then plus I is outside. This is adjustment.
Ma'am, actually you have written only 7a in the bracket.
Yes,
you said it is
that's
7a
why.
square.
Beta, I took one a outside, na? As common.
Okay.
Got that? That's why here I am writing 3i, because I took a as outside, so I will come inside. Is this adjustment understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why are we doing it? To save energy. This part is 0 by this theorem. This part is 0. So this entire expression is reduced to a square plus a plus I, which is very easy to solve. Now when you find this a square, the output will be 5, 4, 4, 0, 1, 0. I want you to check it on your own. Since our time is less, so I'm just writing the value. This is your a square. The a part is this. And then you have I. Right? So when you add it, and the output that you are getting is 855 030 and 558. Okay. So this entire expression that was so big and was very difficult to solve has reduced into very simple expression. Now this question has 3 parts. It is expected of you to solve the first 2 parts, which I haven't done. You know how to solve it, and when we will meet in the next class, we will check what you have got. Okay? Is this understood?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the direct application of Cayley-Hamilton theorem to find the higher order values of the matrix using characteristic equation. Fine? That's all for today. You can read it from H.K. Das. It is very nicely explained in H.K. Das. There are properties of lambda that is very nicely explained. I want you to go through that also. Okay? Now, that's all for today. Let me take the attendance, and please post the attendance in your chat box.